What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Phillip, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. And before we get started with today's video, make sure y'all click the like button down below, keep a thumbs up. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button, click the bell so y'all can be notified, don't miss any of my videos. Today's video was going to be a movie review for one of my favorite films from the year 2004, and that movie is White Chicks. So without further ado, let's begin. We start off the movie with a drug bust scene with both Kevin and Marcus Copeland, who are FBI agents. They acting like they from fucking Cuba and shit. And this drug bust, they thought these guys were drug dealers, but they were actual ice cream workers, guys that brought in ice cream and shit. And then the real drug dealers came through and they shot that bitch up and took off. And then they got scolded by their boss and had to deal with these two bitch ass niggas that also work with them as well. And then we end up learning about these two girls, the Wilson sisters, who are like the heirs, and they're also socialites to the Wilson family fortune and shit. And they might be in the string list of girls that are about to get kidnapped. And the Copeland brothers want to work on the case. And I'll never forget, Kevin was like, "Hey, yo, Chief, what? Marcus, that's something you want to say to you." He's like, we was wondering if we could be on the case." And he's like, "You're on." They picked the girls up from the airport to escort them to the Hamptons for a fashion event. And they about as shallow as Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, mind you. Moving forward, before they even get there, they have this little dog, of course, the little dog named Babe, they call Baby. He's like, poor thing pooped in the bag and everything. And then I'll never forget Marcus, before they even hit the road, it's like, "What's this?" Baby got right in the front seat. And where the hell I'm supposed to sit? In the goddamn back with the luggage. But anyway, the dog fell out the window and whatnot. And then the girls ended up with minor scratches and cuts. One had a had a cut on the nose, one on the lip. And they were forced to stay inside of a hotel. And then Marcus is like, "What do you mean they won't go? They won't go. The Hamptons mean everything for these girls. They won't show up with a scratched up nose and a busted lip for nobody." And then they decide to pose as both Brittany and Tiffany Wilson. And before they go inside the hotel, he's like, "What's up, money? You got a problem? What you looking at my ass for? You want some of this? What, boy? What? I'll take the boat for you." And then that iconic scene at the when they was trying to get a room key, which they end up getting. That whole thing with the BF. He's like, "I'm about to have a BF. Oh my God, she's about to have a bitch fit." Oh, that part still make me laugh. Well, moving forward, we end up meeting some girls who happen to be friends with the real Wilson sisters. It was Karen, Tori, and Lisa. And then they also had to clash with the Vandergill sisters, and then have a old-fashioned Yo Mama joke battle. Oh, that whole, "Let's talk about murders. It's murder time." That shit was hilarious as hell. Then we have Latrell, played by Terry Crews, trying to hit on Marcus's character, Tiffany, and she ended up spraying him with mace, which was hilarious. Then they went shopping, and then Marcus' wife, Gina, thought he was cheating on her, but he was really inside of a mall trying on clothes and shit. And then they end up going to some little charity event or auction hosted by the bastard Vandergill. And Latrell buys Tiffany from that auction. And I'll never forget, he's like, "I don't know why I gotta go on a date with Buffy the White Girl Slayer." He's like, I don't mind that you're trying to settle down, but that don't mean I want to have to be with Mandingo." And then the scene where he takes Tiffany on the date, her hilarious. While Kevin scores a date with Denise. And then Marcus had to deal with a whole lot of bullshit, especially with him with Latrell trying to sing to him, ordering food like a wild person just to get him away from. And then they went to go clubbing and shit. Latrell tried to make Tiffany sip on the shit, on some shit, but Tiffany was smart as hell to swap the drinks and make him drink on the one that he was trying to get Tiffany to drink. Then a dance battle happens, and so on and so forth. The Wilson sisters won, or both Kevin and Marcus won, posing as them. And then Latrell on the dance floor acting a goddamn fool. And then next thing you know, the real Wilson sisters find out that they were being copied. And then Gina shows up to the hotel. At first, she heard about the credit card, her credit card being declined and shit. And then her best friend saw Kevin dressed up as Brittany and shit. He's like, it's not what you think. He's a man. And she's like, you're sick. And then, yep, goodbye to your wife. And next thing you have is the real Wilson sisters show up to the Hamptons, and the two assholes that's working with Kevin and Marcus thought they were imposters, but it turned out to be the real deal. And they both got suspended, and both Kevin and Marcus got fired by their boss. And then there's the fashion event. The Vanderbilt sisters are not walking the runway. And then the Wilson sisters are walking on the runway and not the Vandergilts. Kevin and Marcus pose as Brittany and Tiffany. And, oh yeah, they also found out that Vandergilt's broke. Megan and Heather tried to come up with this sick-ass plot of having red paint all over the Wilson sisters, but then the tables got turned and they fell down and got red paint all over them. And then, next thing you know, all hell breaks loose, and the real Wilson sisters was like, stop, they're imposters. And then a lot of the craziness kick in. And they managed to get one of the guys that's working with Vanderbilt. And then he's like, didn't they tell you he's broke? And then one of them was like, what do you mean broke? You mean like Martha Stewart broke or MC Hammer broke? And bro was like, MC Hammer broke. He's like, I've been funneling money out of the charities into a private account just to get us by. And spots a camera recording him. And he's like, are you filming this? Like, I'll give you something to film. And Kevin saved Denise. And Latrell got hit with a stray bullet. And Warren Vanderbilt was under arrest. And their identities were revealed. And Denise ends up giving Kevin a shot, despite him saving her, and reveals that he's making a lot of money working with the FBI. But the three girls that they were kicking it with throughout the whole movie liked it so much better when they was them. But yeah, that pretty much sums up White Chicks. But they did manage to get the right guy, mind you. And they're back on the force. But all in all, perfect movie. If y'all have any lines or scenes from this movie, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning in to today's video. Make sure y'all click the like button down below. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. Click the bell so y'all can be notified and don't miss any of my videos. Don't forget to add me on social media at YoungPhilip_00. That's Instagram, Snapchat, Ryan361005, and TikTok at YoungPhilip00. With that being said, I am out.